Alright, so in this video, I'm going to do a review, a tutorial, and a solve of the 1x1x1. Stay tuned and watch. Okay, so this puzzle, again, overall, you know how I feel about stickers. So this is a stickered puzzle. I'm not a fan of stickered because, again, I always snag. So when I'm speed solving this puzzle, a big problem I'm going to face for sure out of the gate is snagging. So that is going to interrupt the overall flow of how I solve this puzzle. Also, it's going to force me to look at this puzzle differently and come at it at a different angle. Again, going into the review, this puzzle is 25 millimeters by 25 millimeters by 25 millimeters. It came out November 27th of 2014, so happy Thanksgiving, y'all. I really can't say much about it. It's a very dense puzzle. It feels very heavy, feels very quality, so you really can't go wrong with this puzzle. It's weighted very well. So as far as speed solving goes, this is going to be a very, very sturdy puzzle that is going to solve very well for you. So let's go ahead and get into the tutorial. Okay, so when I solve the 1x1, I always look to solve the top layer first. So I always identify the white as the top layer. You might choose to solve the orange layer first, green, red, yellow, or blue. Again, I always default to white, so this is my starting point. It's always good to kind of like look at your puzzle and make sure you know where you want to solve. Ultimately, I want to end up on the top, so I want this white layer to be solved first. So again, I'm going to look around this puzzle pretty thoroughly to make sure that I'm doing everything correctly and make sure that I know what direction I want this puzzle to go into. Again, that's going to be very helpful in identifying the direction you want this puzzle to go. Okay, so now that we've identified all the edges of this puzzle, I think it's time we can go into the actual solve at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and scramble this puzzle up so you could actually follow along below what scramble I use for this thing, okay? So now it's time to solve. Okay, now that this puzzle is fully scrambled, now it's time to go ahead and get into it. Remember, I want this white layer on top, so I'm going to go ahead and look around this puzzle pretty thoroughly. And honestly, knowing that the white is opposite yellow, I know that my direction is pretty simple at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and execute. So from this point here, I'm going to take this puzzle and I'm going to go like this. And there you have it. Again, if you didn't catch that move real fast, I'll do a replay here, so that way you can do it, and I'll make sure to slow it down for overall effect, okay? So let's watch that. All right, so I'm glad you're able to watch that video and able to figure out how to solve the 1x1x1. I know it can be complex as well as overwhelming. Put down your comments. Let me know if you have any issues with this puzzle. If you need help, I'm always here to answer your questions. If it's your first time solving this puzzle, I definitely recommend starting with a 3x3 before you go into the 1x1. It's just personal preference. But again, I've spent enough time cubing to know how to do this pretty intuitively. So again, with that said, happy cubing.